Facebook have recently announced that they're removing thousands of interest targeting options from January 19, 2022. And that, as you would expect, is going to have a huge impact on a lot of small businesses, as well as charities, not-for-profits, and organizations in particular that try to impact social change. More on why that is in just a second. Because this is yet another blow to Facebook advertisers, in this video we're going to talk about who it impacts, how it impacts them, and if you are impacted, what you can do moving forward after these interests are removed. Before we get into all of that, remember, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to tap the like button. It really does make a huge difference to the channel, and I so appreciate every single one. And if you want to hear more from me, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell, and you'll get notified whenever I release a new video on Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So what are Facebook actually removing here? Well, they're getting rid of any targeting options that are related to topics that they view as sensitive. Specifically from their press release, these are interests related to things like health causes, so things like lung cancer awareness, World Diabetes Day, or chemotherapy. Interests related to sexual orientation, so things like same-sex marriage and LGBT culture, as well as interests relating to religious practices and groups, as well as political beliefs, social issues, organizations, causes, and figures. So it's a fairly wide-ranging, broad group of interests that are disappearing. And this is all in response to evolving privacy regulations around the world, as well as a global shift towards increased privacy and other tech giants moving towards increased privacy for their users as well. And so because of all of that, Facebook kind of have no choice here, and they have to make a move and remove these sensitive interest groups. Now, the problem is, while yes, sometimes these targeting options can be used by different groups and organizations and companies in ways that may be manipulative or may not provide a good experience for particular groups out there, there are many legitimate ways in which these interests are used as well. In particular, groups like charities and other social organizations use these targeting options to get in front of people who want to support their cause. And I have no doubt there are many small businesses that use these interest groups, because there are thousands of them, in ways that are perfectly fine and provide a great experience for their target audience who are going to be adversely affected. So yes, while there is a positive side to this change, there is also a large group who are going to be negatively affected, who are doing the right thing and actually providing a great experience for their audiences. And regardless of which side you fall on in terms of your opinion on whether this is a good change or a bad change, it is going to negatively impact a lot of organizations who advertise on the platform. So let's talk about what you can do to prepare for these changes if you are affected, and what you'll be able to do after January 19, 2022 once the changes roll out. First of all, from January 19, you won't be able to create any new ad sets that are targeting any of these affected interests. But if you have existing ad sets running, Facebook have said they will continue to run until March 2022. And then after that time, I assume what will happen, there is no official statement on this that I could find, but I assume what's going to happen is any ad sets that you have that are currently running from March will be paused and they'll cease to run. But you definitely want to make sure that you take action before that point. I wouldn't be waiting until March and just seeing what happens. So the first thing I would say to do now is continue targeting those interests that you currently rely on that are getting removed with content that is particularly engaging. Now, the one thing I would recommend here is to use video. The reason I say using video content in particular, short 1 to 5 minute video clips that your audience really enjoy watching and engage heavily with, is because one, it's very cheap. You can get video views, meaning a 10 to 15 second view, for less than 1 cent if you do it really well. So that is very low cost. It means you can reach thousands of people for just a few dollars. The second reason is because you can create lookalike audiences and you can retarget based on the percentage of the video that people have watched. Meaning you can actually choose to retarget only those who've watched a lot of your video, meaning 90% plus, or create lookalikes based off of those people who've watched 90% plus of your videos. So you know that's going to be a really high quality audience. So by doing this, you can still get out now, target those interest groups, get a lot of them to watch and engage with your content, particularly videos, so that when those interests are removed, you will, one, be able to retarget people who watched your videos, so you can still retarget all of those viewers with your content. And two, you can actually create lookalike audiences based off those video viewers. So although you can't target the interests, you can target people who've watched those videos and you know are interested in whatever it is that you're promoting with your ads. Now, another way to do this if you don't do a lot of video content is to go back and look through the posts on your Facebook page. See which posts are most popular, meaning get the most engagement in terms of likes, comments, shares, clicks, whatever it is, and then take those posts and run them as ads. And you're going to target these interest groups again before they go away, because what you want to do is get engagement. And the two objectives I recommend here are video views if you're running video content, or website clicks if you're running content that links out to blog posts or articles on your website. The reason for this is because if you run video view campaign objectives, you can again create those lookalike audiences and those custom audiences based on video viewers. But by running website click audiences, you can also use custom audiences to target people who visited your website. And then you can also create lookalikes based on those website visitors as well. The third thing you really should start doing now, if you're not doing it already, is focus on building an email list. So instead of just promoting content out there that people can consume and engage with, promote things that you can give away for free in exchange for an email address, because you really want to build that email list now while you can still target these interests. The reason that is so effective is, again, you can upload those emails to Facebook later on and you can retarget that email list, or you can use that email list as a seed for lookalike audiences, meaning you can take a list of people you know are highly interested in whatever it is you're advertising, upload it to Facebook, get a whole new group of people to target who are going to be very similar to that list, and you can go out and target them. So although you don't have the interest to target, that is another great way to find people who are interested in whatever it is that you're promoting. So what can you do once these changes have actually taken effect? Well, first thing you can do is retarget your email list, your website visitors, people who've engaged with you on social media, and people who've watched your videos. That's the first thing, and a really basic tactic that you always want to be taking advantage of because it is highly effective. The other thing you want to try and do is see if you can find interest groups that you can target that still exist, that your particular audience are interested in, but are not as direct as those that have been removed. So you want to find those interests that heavily overlap so that you can still get in front of that audience, but without directly going after those specific interests that Facebook have now taken away. And then the third thing you can do is really lean on those lookalike audiences. Upload your email lists, use your website visitor custom audiences, people who've engaged on social, and those video viewers to create lookalike audiences, which are going to be audiences that are very similar to those existing groups that you have, that you can then go out and target with your ads. If you want to learn more about lookalike audiences, make sure you check out this video, which goes into detail about how I create those. All right, thanks for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.